Championship Tournament. To my right from New York, New York, we have Hunter A. And to my left from Carmichael, California, we have Churchill A. The officials for this game. The third official is founder of NAQT, Patrick Matthews. Scorekeeper, Clarissa Santori. And your moderator for this game will be NAQT member and MSNCT set editor, Jeff Hoppus. Good luck to both teams, and I will turn the mic over to Jeff to get the game started.
Thank you, Joel. Jason, can I have a sound check? All right, thank you. Are both teams ready?
Yep.
Yes. Yep. Okay. All right. Good afternoon. Welcome to the finals of the 2019 NAQT Middle School National Championship Tournament. My name is Jeff Hoppus. I'm Vice President for Communications at NAQT. I'll be your finals moderator here in the Rosemont Ballroom. On my left from New York, we have Hunter. On my right from California, Churchill. Are both teams ready to begin?
Yes.
Okay. 9 minutes on the clock. This is round 24, toss-up 1. This man was the only person to serve in the Senate after being president. During his administration, the U.S.
Andrew Johnson.
15. Bonus for 10 points each. Answer the following about characters who commit suicide by jumping in front of a train. The title character of this Leo Tolstoy novel jumps in front of a train after the end of her affair with Count Vronsky.
Anna Karenina.
Yes. One chapter in this novel mentions Henry Palmetto, who killed himself by jumping in front of a subway train. It also includes Meyer Wolfsheim, who fixed a World Series.
Great Gatsby.
Oh, Great
Yeah.
Gatsby.
Yes. The title character of this story, which is subtitled A Study in Temperament, kills himself after going on a spending spree in New York City.
Spending spree.
No answer.
Paul's Case, that's 20. Toss-up 2. This poem describes a time when the reader will be a brother to the insensible rock and to the sluggish clod. This poem exhorts the reader not to be like a quarry slave at night who is scourged to his dungeon, but instead to be sustained by an unfaltering trust when the summons comes to join the innumerable caravan. Greek words meaning a consideration of death. Title for 10 points.
Thanatopsis.
10. Bonus. The dissolution of calcium carbonate often leads to speleogenesis, the formation of these structures, for 10 points each. Name these hollow spaces in the ground explored by spelunkers.
Caves.
Yes, most caves form in this sedimentary rock, composed
Limestone.
largely of fragments of coral and other marine organisms.
Limestone.
Yes, this topography, characterized by caves and sinkholes, usually forms in areas where limestone and similar rocks undergo dissolution.
Differ.
Karst.
Yes, for 30. Toss-up 3. This mountain range names the world's largest film studio by area, which is based near the city of Ouarzazate. This range lies north of the fortified village of Ait Ben Haddou, which was the filming site for the Game of Thrones city of Yunkai. The so-called anti-portion of this mountain range is inhabited...
Taurus?
-5. Of this mountain range is inhabited by many Berbers. Fez and Marrakesh are in the foothills of, for 10 points, what mountain range of northwest Africa?
The Atlas Mountains?
For 10. Bonus, this video game series takes its title from the code name for the 1989 U.S. invasion of Panama, for 10 points each. In this series of open-world action games starring the agency operative Rico Rodriguez, who can move around using a grappling hook and a parachute. Answer, please.
Black Ops.
Just Cause. The developer of the Just Cause games, Avalanche Entertainment, is based in this Scandinavian country, which is also home to EA's DICE studio.
Wait, Sweden?
Yes, Avalanche also developed a 2015 game based on this post-apocalyptic George Miller-directed film franchise set in the Australian desert.
Yeah, sure. Differ.
Mad Max?
Yes, 420. Toss-up 4. The idea of almost sure convergence is used to express the strong version of this law. The fallacy that this law applies in the short term is called the law of averages. This law is similar to and used to prove the central limit theorem. It is often described as regression toward the mean. For 10 points, what law states that the results of an experiment will approach the expected value as more trials are performed?
The law of standard deviation.
No penalty?
Hypothesis theory.
This is the law of large numbers. Toss-up 5. This actor earned a 2014 Tony nomination for playing the title role in The Elephant Man. In his first major TV role, he played journalist Will Tippin on the series Alias. He appeared opposite Jennifer Lawrence in the film Silver Linings Playbook and played the real-life Navy SEAL Chris Kyle in American Sniper. For 10 points, what actor made his directorial debut with the 2018 remake of A Star is Born?
Brandon Cooper.
Yes. And that's 10. Your bonus. This hero was killed as the result of a feud between his wife Gudrun and Brunhild, the latter of whom he wooed for his friend Gunnar for 10 points each. Name this hero of the Norse Volsunga saga and the German Nibelungenlied who kills the dragon Fafnir.
Siegfried.
Differ.
Siegfried.
Yes, Norse sources usually depict Brunhild as a shield maiden or as one of these armor-wearing women who convey dead warriors to Valhalla.
Valkyries.
Yes, Sigurd's foster father is this brother of Fafnir who reforges Sigurd's sword Gram but later plots to kill him.
It's like a dwarf. Give me a dwarf.
Answer, please.
Eitri.
That is Regan, and that's 20.
Can we protest?
Yeah.
Who called the timeout? Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah.
Did you get Brandon or Brian?
It's Brandon Cooper.
Did you say that? Okay. Because I think they're claiming that you said, I did use the bathroom, but I can't do anything about that. So, let's just hope I do something. Okay. Necesita el baño. Le necesita el baño.
Elias, you're saying,
Le necesito el baño.
Elias, you're saying it on the loudspeaker. Everyone watching the Twitch stream can hear you.
Yeah.
Le necesito el baño.
Be more chill.
90% of the people here do take Spanish.
Yeah, that's why it's more useful.
No Pedro.
All right. All right, my thanks to my fellow officials who... Okay, our decision about that on reviewing what we heard there, we heard an incorrect first name. What we heard was Brian Cooper instead of Bradley Cooper for the response on that last toss-up. What that means is that that will be zeroed out for Churchill. We'll read a replacement toss-up only to Hunter off the clock, and that toss-up will not be eligible for power because the original toss-up had reached its conclusion. Is that clear to both teams and to the audience?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, sound check clear? Okay. This is a replacement toss-up, and if answered correctly, a bonus opportunity to Hunter off the clock. Is that clear? Okay. All right. Yes. 70 for Churchill. Oh, you missed it? Yeah. All right, sound check. All right. Replacement toss-up, off the clock. This boy unintentionally kills an attacker in 2 separate fights against bullies named Stilson and Bonzo. While this boy is away at school, his older siblings adopt the aliases Locke and Demosthenes. After winning a war simulation, this boy discovers that his decisions were used to carry out an actual genocide against aliens. For 10 points, name this military prodigy from science fiction novels by Orson Scott Card.
Ender Wiggins.
Yeah, could you repeat that?
Ender Wiggins.
That is Ender Wiggin. All right, and that will be 0. And we'll continue.
Don't get tilted.
All right.
Only one toss-up.
Okay, are both teams ready to continue?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. We'll restart the clock with toss-up 6. Cystocurium and pancuronium are pharmacological agents used to induce this condition by binding to nicotinic receptors. Its flaccid form may result from a disease caused by the toxin of a bacterium in genus Clostridium. This condition can occur temporarily when a person wakes from REM sleep.
Coma?
-5. Botulism and spinal cord injury are common causes of, for 10 points, what condition of loss of function in one or more muscles?
Paralysis.
10. Bonus. A 1974 paper by Clifford Rhodes and Remo Ruffini calculated a maximum mass for these objects of about 3.2 solar masses for 10 points each. Name these compact objects whose maximum mass is estimated by the TOV limit.
Yeah. Neutron stars.
Yes, because the TOV limit is only valid for non-rotating stars. It does not apply to these rapidly spinning neutron stars that emit beams of radiation.
Pulsars. Pulsars.
Yes, better constraints on the maximum mass of neutron stars have come from observations of these waves from neutron star mergers. LIGO detects these ripples in space-time.
Gravitational waves.
Yes, for all 30. Toss-up 7. The Yantan tether system is used to keep track of these animals in the Lake District. The Romney breed of this animal was first exported from England in the 1850s. The Spanish Merino breed of this animal is traditionally popular on the South Island. There are approximately 10 of these animals for every person in New Zealand. 10.
Nice.
Bonus. This world leader ordered the killing of thousands in the Al-Anfal campaign for 10 points each. Name this world leader whose country was supported by the U.S. during an 8-year-long war with Iran in the 1980s.
Yeah. Hussein.
Yes, Saddam Hussein led this country until he was deposed in 2003.
Iraq.
Yes, Saddam led this party which controlled Iraq from 1968 to 2003 when it was banned by the invading American forces.
Ba'ath.
Could you repeat?
Ba'ath.
Yes, and that's 30. All right, toss-up 9. Toss-up 8. This politician sparked a war by selectively editing a communique.
Bismarck?
15. Yes. Bonus. For 10 points each, answer the following about the concept of Dharma. In this religion, Dharma usually refers to the teachings of its founder, who was born Siddhartha Gautama.
The Buddha.
Buddhism.
I said the Buddha first, sir.
Yes, so that is Buddhism. It thus includes a set of this many noble truths which must be understood to obtain
Four.
nirvana. Yes, the Four Noble Truths and the Noble Eightfold Path are often represented by the Wheel of Dharma, where wheel is a translation of this term. In esoteric tradition, this term refers to focal points in the subtle body.
Chakra.
Chakra.
Yes, and that's 20. Toss-up 9. Despite their name, Herkimer diamonds are actually a type of this mineral found in dolomite. Monoclinic mogonite crystals,
Calcite.
-5, combined with trigonal crystals of this mineral in chalcedony. Citrine is a yellow variety of this mineral. After feldspar, this is the most abundant mineral in Earth's continental crust. For 10 points, name this mineral made of silicon dioxide, whose varieties include amethyst.
Quartz.
For 10. Bonus, pencil and paper ready. If you draw this line segment in a polygon and also draw an inscribed circle, this segment is also the radius of the circle for 10 points each. Give this term for a line segment drawn from the center of a regular polygon to the midpoint of a side.
Okay, sure. The diagonal.
The apothem, the area of a regular polygon, is equal to the apothem times half of this value, which is the sum of the lengths of all sides.
Perimeter.
Yes, if you draw all of the apothems in a regular polygon with 5 or more sides, the polygon is divided into what type of quadrilateral?
Okay, yeah. Triangles.
A kite, and that's 10. Toss-up 10. At the premiere of Igor Stravinsky's The Rite of Spring, this composer purportedly fumed, "If that's a bassoon, then I'm a baboon." His third symphony is nicknamed for its use of a pipe organ. This composer mocked music critics in his piece, Characters with Long Ears, a movement from a work that also uses a glass harmonica to depict an aquarium. For 10 points, name this Frenchman who composed The Carnival of the Animals.
Saint-Saëns.
10.
Protest.
No.
It's actually Saint-Saëns, not Saint-Saëns.
No, but that's what it
yeah, but that's not
Noted.
the pronunciation, but.
Restart, please. Bonus over here. After it filed for bankruptcy in November 2018, this company was criticized for its plan to award millions of dollars to executives while paying no severance to its hourly workers for 10 points each. Name this retailer that markets the appliance brand Kenmore.
I don't know. Gap, perhaps?
Just say Gap.
Gap?
Is Sears. Sears' bankruptcy filing occurred a year after the folding of this specialty retail chain founded by Charles Lazarus in 1957.
Toys R Us.
Toys R Us.
Yes, in 1985, Sears introduced this credit card, currently the 4th most popular credit card network in the U.S.
Capital One, perhaps?
Capital One. Sure.
Capital One.
That's the Discover card, and that will be 10.
What the hell?
It's supposed to be pronounced Saint-Saëns.
But it's not how. the same thing.
That's worth the protest.
Hey, you stopped their roll. So don't play
Yeah.
Because isn't it just like a pronunciation?
You found out
I don't know why I didn't bust that. I don't know why I didn't bust earlier.
It's fine.
I literally negged that earlier.
It's okay.
Right, you thought it like came up already.
At least went to the restroom.
he went to the bathroom.
What happened? Why did we lose points?
I'm not sure.
They messed it up supposedly.
Yes, how can I help you? ready to go. I want to make sure the teams are ready to go. Churchill, Hunter, you guys ready to go? Okay, I'm ready. All right. Sound check, Jason? Okay. Okay. All right. Both teams are ready? Yes, sir. We're beginning the second half with 9 minutes on the clock, and this will be toss-up number 11. A minor league baseball team named for this place is called the Cyclones. The so-called Great Mistake of 1898 merged this place into a larger nearby city. In recent years, hipsters...
Brooklyn.
Yes, for 15.
Yes.
Bonus. This poet claimed time and fevers burn away individual beauty from thoughtful children in his poem Lullaby for 10 points each. Name this author who wrote The Stars Are Not Wanted Now, Put Out Every One in his poem Funeral Blues.
Wordsworth.
W.H. Auden, a literary group named after Auden, was active during this 20th century decade. An Auden poem about the outbreak of World War II is titled for September 1st during the last year of this decade.
1930s. Yeah, the 1930s.
Yes, the Auden group included Cecil Day Lewis, who assumed this British literary post in 1968. Carol Ann Duffy was appointed to this position in 2009.
No idea. Head of the education department.
That is Poet Laureate, and that is 10.
Oh, okay.
Toss up 13.
I heard two people give an answer.
They got it wrong. But neither one was right.
Sorry, what was the nature of that? To the toss up.
What?
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know. I was confused because you said like oh or something immediately.
Yeah, I said something after
hear
it.
me.
I did not hear anything, but it's plausible. Okay. Yeah, well, it is fine.
Yeah. It's literally just you inhaling.
Oh, yeah, it could also just be. The ghost of George
For the
Washington.
record, we've ruled that we did not hear an additional answer. We're accepting that answer from Hunter on that toss-up. All right? Everyone clear with that?
Yes.
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
Hunter.
All right. Could I have a sound check, Jason? All right. We'll continue with toss-up 12. Tomb figures dating to this dynasty often depict women playing polo. 36 million people are thought to have died during an insurrection led by a favorite of this dynasty's emperor, Xuanzong. This dynasty...
Tong?
Yes, for 15. Your bonus. Huckel's rule governs this property, which comes from delocalized electrons for 10 points each. Name this property that stabilizes some cyclic molecules, such as benzene.
Like the octet rule?
Oh.
The octet rule?
That is aromaticity. Delocalized electrons can come from lone pairs or from these bonds. Unlike ionic bonds, they involve sharing of electrons.
Covalent. Covalent?
Yes, delocalized electrons specifically come from these covalent bonds, which consist of a sigma bond and a pi bond.
Semi-covalent.
They are double bonds, and that's 10.
Time out.
Noted?
Wait. Wait. Time out. Time out.
Sorry. Never mind.
These guys.
check out NAQT's great deals on practice material. No. All right, are both teams ready? Churchill, Hunter. Okay. Jason, sound check after timeout. All right, if both teams are ready?
Yep.
All right. We'll continue with toss-up 13. In a 2018 election in this state, Jared Golden defeated incumbent Bruce Poliquin despite winning fewer first-place votes.
Maine.
15. Bonus, the construction of the Faraka Barrage on this river led to complicated debates about water sharing. For 10 points each, name the sacred river of Hinduism.
Oh, the Ganges? The Ganges.
Yes, the Ganges empties into this body of water bounded by India on the west and Burma and the Andaman Islands on the east.
Wait, is this just the Bay of Bengal or the Greater India? The Bay of Bengal.
Yes, this city on the Ganges is considered the holiest of the Saptapuri, or 7 cities in India that serve as sites of pilgrimage.
I don't know, maybe Kolkata?
Answer, please.
Kolkata.
That is Varanasi, and that's 20.
Okay.
Toss-up 15. In the 1870s, the presence of these things on ancient Japanese pottery shards inspired Henry Fuld to extensively study them. In the 1890s, Francis Galton wrote 3 papers on these things that are also called friction ridges and may contain tented arches or plain whorls, the product of the skin's sebaceous...
Like fingerprints?
Yes, for 10. Bonus, this battle was prompted by the near conquest of the city of Aurelianium for 10 points each in this AD 451 battle at which Flavius Aetius' Roman legions and their allies drove the Huns out of Gaul.
Defer.
Catalonian plains.
Yes, this Hunnic leader who sacked Metz and Amiens earlier in 451 was defeated at Chalon.
Attila the Hun.
Yes, a Visigothic king of this name died at Chalon. An Ostrogoth king of this name became king of Italy in 493 after killing Odoacer.
Lombardy.
Defer.
Sure.
Lombardy.
As Theodoric, and that's 20. Toss-up 16. This character is the only mythical pagan included among the 9 worthies. He kills Protesilaus, who is thus the first casualty of the Trojan War. Ajax kills himself with a sword given to him by this character.
Achilles.
Minus 5. This character's father begs for his body to be returned after it is dishonored by being dragged behind a chariot. For 10 points, name this Trojan prince who kills Patroclus and is killed in turn by Achilles.
Hector.
For 10. Bonus. On this TV series, David Harewood plays Martian Manhunter, who assumed the identity of Hank Henshaw to become the leader of the DEO for 10 points each. Name this series that stars Melissa Benoist as the title character. Answer, please.
Stranger Things.
Supergirl. Supergirl was co-created by Greg Berlanti, whose other shows on the CW network include this series starring Stephen Amell as the title Vigilante.
The Flash?
Sure. The Flash?
Arrow. The CW also airs this superhero series that stars Cress Williams as the title character who battles a crime group known as the 100.
This is not the Flash.
Answer, please.
Leonidas.
Black Lightning, and that's 0. Toss-up 17. In 2017, a controversial video surfaced showing this man dancing with a woman at a nightclub in Verbier, Switzerland, while on a skiing holiday. Argentina criticized this man's 2012 deployment in the Falkland Islands during his service in the RAF. This man's 3 children are named George, Charlotte, and Louis. For 10 points, what prince is second in the British line of succession?
Philip?
No, minus 5. And married Kate Middleton.
Charles.
No, that's Prince William, Duke of Cambridge. Toss-up 17. This is 17. The Dinaric Alps run along the west side of this peninsula. The term Hajduk most commonly refers to bandits who were active on this peninsula. In the early 20th century, this peninsula was nicknamed a powder keg.
Balkan.
Yes, and that's 15. Bonus. This author won a Newbery Medal in 2013 for a novel about a silverback gorilla living in a mall called The One and Only Ivan for 10 points each. Identify this author who made her name with a series that included the companion books Visser and The Ellimist Chronicles.
Who wrote that? Dang it, I didn't read that book.
No.
Yeah, just say that.
Answer, please.
Defer.
Crichton?
This is K.A. Applegate. Applegate rose to fame as the author of this series in which teenagers Jake, Cassie, Rachel, Marco, and Tobias acquired the power to turn into animals.
Defor.
Animorphs.
Yes, the Animorphs were given their powers by Prince Elfangor, a member of this telepathic blue-furred centaur-like alien race.
Okay, sure. Defer.
Andalite.
Yes, and
Nice.
that's 20. Toss-up 18. Alexander VI excommunicated a man in this city who commanded citizens not to wear bright colors. Pope Sixtus IV supported an attack on leaders of this city during High Mass by agents of the Pazzi family. In the 1490s,
Florence.
yes, for 15. Bonus, the 1779 Sullivan Expedition devastated pro-British tribes in this organization for 10 points each. Name this Native American confederacy that fought the Beaver Wars and included the Cayuga and Seneca.
Iroquois.
Yes, Joseph Brant led this easternmost Iroquois tribe in the late 18th century. They lend their name to a type of male hairstyle.
Mohawk.
Yes, in the early 18th century, this people migrated from North Carolina to become the 6th tribe in the Iroquois Confederacy.
I forgot entirely. The Keelan.
Oneida.
Yeah, sure.
Oneida.
Tuscarora, and that's 20. Toss-up, 19. This team had a top 3 pick each year in the NBA draft between 1995 and 1997, the first of which it used on Jerry Stackhouse. In 1992, this team made a major trade with the Phoenix Suns, getting Jeff Hornacek in return for power forward Charles Barkley. In recent years, this team's strategy of tanking to rebuild has brought it such players.
76ers.
Yes, for 10. Bonus, theatrical operas featuring elaborate puppets are a cultural staple of this island for 10 points each. Catania is a city on what Mediterranean island off the southern boot of Italy?
Sicily.
Yes, this historic Sicilian city was the birthplace of Archimedes. A city in central New York is named for this metropolis.
Syracuse.
Yes, this city on the north coast of Sicily is the region's capital.
Palermo.
Yes, 430. Toss up 20. A simple oscillating circuit can be constructed by connecting an inductor in parallel with one of these devices. The strength of one of these devices is given by permittivity times area divided.
Capacitors.
Yes, for 15. Bonus, for 10 points each, answer the following about kinetic sculpture. Stabiles are contrasted with these sculptures consisting of objects. Yes, many mobiles were created by this American
Sandy Calder.
Yes, Naum Galbo, an artist from this modern-day country, created what may be the world's first kinetic sculpture. Tatlin's Tower was designed by an artist from this modern-day country who also made kinetic sculptures.
Croatia.
Russia, and that's 20. Toss up 21. Characters in this novel use the adjective flash to describe the well-dressed Toby Crackett.
Oliver Twist.
15. Yes! Bonus. Tosh, please. Robin Warren and Barry Marshall won the 2005 Nobel Prize in Medicine for discovering the bacterium H. pylori can cause these injuries to develop for 10 points each. Name these painful breaches of the lining of digestive organs.
Ulcers, right?
Answer, please.
Ulcers.
Yes. Ulcers caused by H. pylori can be diagnosed via a breath test in which patients ingest this nitrogen-rich substance, also known as carbamide.
Just say whatever you were saying.
Answer, please.
Alka-Seltzer.
That is urea. Ulcers are a common symptom. Ulcers are a common symptom of this disease in which immune response causes inflammation of the entire GI tract, resulting in diarrhea and frequent fever.
Wait, maybe cholera?
Yeah, I think it is.
Cholera?
That is Crohn's disease, and that's 10. And could I have a final score, please? Here.
Did you resolve the two people talking over here?
Yes. I talked to all these staff, and no one heard additional words